Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're going to take a look at the best Pokemon that would need an Elite Fast TM. So, for only Elite Fast TMs here today, no Elite Charge TMs at all, but we want to take a look at the Pokemon where you really want to use an Elite Fast TM and for the ones that you maybe don't want to use it. So it's basically a priority list. So like the Pokemon that are gonna be below, you don't really want to do at all. And the first tier is exactly what you really need to do for PvP. And so let's move right into it. We're going to rank them all here today. I cut out quite a few because they were kind of really bad, and so I didn't really want to talk too much about those. But let's start off with Counter on Alakazam is a legacy fast move, and it's going to be a spicy one. I made a video about it recently, so definitely check that one out, but like it's not going to be too great. We have Beedrill with Bug Bite, which is the best bug type fast move for this Pokemon, but bug types are generally a little bit bad right now, so we're going to put it into the trash tier. I don't really feel like it's even worth being spice. Otherwise, we're going to have next up Magic Leaf on Celebi. It might be the better fast move for it, but I honestly think Confusion is in current fast move a little bit better for it, so I would put it into Spice. It is still okay, but Magic Leaf as a fast move is a little bit of an awkward one. Next one is something that a lot of people most likely disagree with, but I'm gonna put Charizard only into good to have nowadays. This Pokemon dominated quite a lot of time for like the meta whatever in general, so it's most likely going to be even better in the future again. Currently, there's just better fire type Pokemon around, so I'm gonna put it into good to have. This Pokemon actually has 3 legacy fast moves in Ember, in Wing Attack, as well as Dragon Breath. What you want to have for PvP is going to be Wing Attack. Also for PvP, just check out PvPoke in terms of the moveset that you kind of want to run as well. But let's move on to the next Pokemon. It's going to be the first one that you need. It's going to be Charger Bug, one of the best, or like, yeah, most likely the second best electric type in the game currently for the Open Great League, which is quite hilarious. The best is most likely Lantern still, but this Pokemon needs the legacy fast move of Volt Switch. Definitely something that you should try to get if you don't have one yet. For sure, something that you have to get. Next one, also going to be one of this need tier, is going to be the Legacy Ice Shot on Dugong, and also you need still a Legacy Charge move, which is going to be Icy Wind in order for this Pokemon to actually work. But this Pokemon is so good in the current meta, I really would recommend you to try it out. And honestly, it's been good for the entirety of Pokemon Go PvP, so definitely it's worth getting like this Pokemon for sure. So definitely try to use an Elite Fast TM in it, and also Elite Charge TM for Icy Wind. Next one, going to be Feraligatr, and this is going to be in a trash tier. You might think, wait, Feraligatr is super strong, but the legacy move is actually a Water Gun, and you don't need it. Like Shadow Claw is so much better, like there's no real reason to go for Water Gun on this Pokemon, so it is trash. Next one, we're going to have here the Gengar getting access to Lick. Shadow Claw was for a period a legacy move as well, which I had actually before like Elite TMs were even available. But now it is not anymore, and so Shadow Claw is the best move to go for. Lick is, I think, better for raids though. Like for raids, I think Lick is the better fast move to go for, but I'm not too sure about that. But it is not really great in PvP, so don't go for it. Next one going to be the Alone Golem, which is going to have Rollout. Is an okay move, but usually Volt Switch is better, so we're just going to put it into okay. It's not Spice, but it is okay. Kinda same goes for Gyarados. You have Dragon Tail as a legacy fast move here, but you have also Dragon Breath, which is not legacy. And while on paper Dragon Tail is better than Dragon Breath, when you actually play Dragon Breath is usually a little bit better than Dragon Tail. So it kind of depends on what you want to play anyway, but like it's kind of the same anyway. It doesn't really matter too much. We have Water Gun on the Kingdra as a legacy fast TM or like move there. It's going to be a spice pick. You have Waterfall already, which is free, and you have Dragon Breath, which is just better. So you can run it maybe if you really want to have some spicy stuff, but usually Dragon Breath is just the way to go. Kingler with a Mudshot is definitely the best fast move for this Pokemon, but again, it is a spicy pick. Nobody is running Kingler. I think I actually made a video about Kingler recently as well with like buffed Exeter, like not recently but like half a year ago or something. Cool Pokemon to run for sure. It's a fun Pokemon to run, but it's not a good Pokemon to run. Like fun and good is not the same. Next Pokemon is going to be Lapras. I have to put into the okay tier. You have Ice Shot as a legacy fast move here. You can run it. It's like Lapras itself just kind of fell off. I really hope that we're gonna get like some kind of new charge move on this Pokemon or whatever, or a new fast move on this Pokemon that would change some stuff for it, but right now it is sadly not a Pokemon that is good. Next one, we're going to have, I think it's Karate Chop on the Machamp, which is a spice pick. It generates a little bit faster energy compared to Counter, but it does less damage, and so Counter is usually preferred. Same goes for the Primeape, which has the exact same move as well, and again also has Counter as a other part, but Counter is usually just better because Counter just has better stats in total, so it is not going to be really great. And we're going to have next one here, which is Nidoking with Fury Cutter. I guess it's the fastest move to get to, but I think it has double kick now, which is even better, and it has Poison Jab, which is stab and does more damage, so there's no reason to go for that one. Honestly, Ninetales I can only put into okay now. Ember was usually the best move to go for, which is a legacy fast move as well. But now Fire Spin got buffed, and so Fire Spin, in my opinion, is just better on this Pokemon. Just, I don't know, like, it generates more energy, it is nearly the same amount of damage. Yes, 2-turn moves are better than 3-turn moves usually, but I still feel like Fire Spin is the way to go, and I would not recommend you to really waste an elite Fast TM on this Pokemon. But on the next one, you definitely want to waste an elite Fast TM on it, because the Wing Attack variant of Pidgeot is quite cool, like, especially for the Great as well as Ultra League. Very cool Pokemon, like, definitely try to get one, a very good one there for sure. Next one, we're going to have the Poliwrath, going to have Counter, has to be also in the need tier. Like, the Poliwrath still very good in a lot of meta, so definitely something I would recommend you to try to get as well. We have Bullet Seed on the Roserade. It's okay, it is not clearly worse than the Poison Jab, but it's usually worse than the Poison Jab, and that's like kind of the issue. Poison Jab is free, Bullet Seed is not, so don't know, like, you don't really need to get your Bullet Seed on this Pokemon. Next one, I kinda have to put it into, I gotta put it into a high good to have. Shadow Claw variant of the Sandslash. I feel like Powder Snow is just better in the current meta. Main reason for this is like Gligar's everywhere, and you're going to have a way cooler matchup with that as well. You have like scenarios where you can just farm down, and then you're going to have Lickitung being everywhere, and like the play Pokemon format especially, but you're going to have a better time against it as well. So it is great to have. Like, good to have is still stuff that you kind of want to build. Like, it's not that you don't really need to, but like, you can still function without it. Like, you can still go ahead and go for the Powder Snow, which is free, which you can go for. But yeah, Shadow Claw on this Pokemon definitely has some potential, but it is not the most important one, currently at least in the meta. Next one. Honestly, I kind of want to put into good to have always when I play this Pokemon, Seeking with Poison Jab as a legacy fast move. It is kind of cool. You need 2 elite charge TMs though as well for this Pokemon with Drill Run as well as Icy Wind. But yeah, kind of have to put it into good to have, like low good to have. Like, it's not kind of up to a need or anything like this, definitely not. But it's fun to have. Next one, okay, is going to be Bullet Seed on the Shift Tree. Really wish that this Pokemon would have got a better charge or fast move, more like fast move. But Shiftry honestly has a lot of potential. I might even make another video where I take a look again at Pokemon that have that need one move update we say to be very decent. I feel Shiftry has a lot of potential, but right now it's just okay. Bullet Seed is usually a little bit worse than Snarl. They are the exact same move on paper basically, but usually Dark typing is a better offensive type compared to Grass typing. So next one, we're going to have Gust variant of the Staraptor. For me also okay. Usually a Wing Attack, which is free, is better. Gust can help you with the Shadow variant though to farm down Pokemon. Depends, like if you want to be a little bit spicy, then go for Gust, but usually I would not really put it spicy because the Pokemon itself is, I guess you can put it into spice tier. I'm gonna put it into the top spice tier. Gust on Shadow Staraptor is kind of spicy, so we're just gonna put it there. Next one, going to be a must-have, and this is kind of why the Charizard is 1 tier lower. It's going to be the Talonflame with Incinerate. It's just better in my opinion currently than Charizard, and that's why I kind of put like Charizard a little bit below, because Charizard is the same type, and so yeah, kind of want to put Talonflame a little bit above the Charizard. Still, all of the Pokemon of the top 2 tiers are something that I would really recommend you to at least try to get. Of course, start with the first tier and then go to the second tier, but very cool there in general. Not too sure about the next one. It's going to be Steel Wing on the Togetic. It has Fairy Wind, which is usually better, but there are metas where Steel Wing is actually kind of cool, and so I'm gonna put it into arcade here. I might actually build one, that's kind of the thing as well. Like, it is cool to have right now. I fear that Steel Wing gets nerfed, by the way, so really depends on how they're going to treat Steel Wing. Next one is going to be Tyranitar, and I kind of want to put it into the arcade here, because it's actually kind of decent in the current Master League format with Smackdown as your legacy fast move, but also there are quite a lot of times, interestingly enough, at least, the Great League Cups where this Pokemon is also decent, like the Halloween Cup. And so, would at least recommend you to take a look at this one. Shadow variant is kind of needed for all of them though, so like don't go for the normal variant. For PvE, Smackdown is kind of cool, of course, as a rock type attacker, but yeah, we are mainly taking a look at PvP, of course. Next Pokemon, we're going to have a Victory Bell, and we're going to put this into good to have. Again, I cannot put it above, of course, the fish here. Razor Leaf still is very solid, and I see more Razor Leaf users than I see Magical Leaf users. Magical Leaf still has some other potential, makes the Pokemon play a little bit differently, depends on the team. Very cool Pokemon though still with Magical Leaf, so depends, really depends. Next one, going to be the Charjabug, as we have the, not the Charjabug, the Vikavolt. Charjabug already in the need tier, but Vikavolt is going to be in the okay tier. Why okay and why not like trash or spice or anything like this? The current cup, which is like not the current cup anymore when you see this video, but currently while I'm recording, there's going to be Great League Remix, and for example there Charjabug was banned, and Vikavolt was actually a decent Pokemon to use in that cup. So there are going to be cups where the Volt Switch variant of this Pokemon is having some play, especially as you have better coverage compared to the Charjabug in terms of fly as a charge move. You just don't have the bulk that you have with Charjabug, where Charjabug is also the better Pokemon to use, but it's still okay to have. Next Pokemon, we're going to have Walrein here. For me, a good to have Pokemon for sure. I played it recently, Shadow variant in the Great League. Still actually very good, kind of underrated, so definitely a cool Pokemon to have. And we're just going to finish up this video quite fast. We're going to have the Weeping Bell, which has Razor Leaf as the fast move, that's Legacy. Kind of put into Spice, like it's not as great anymore as it was before because Seed Bomb got nerfed. Then we're going to have the Xerneas, which is for sure for the Master League a must-have if you play Master League, of course, otherwise you don't really need this move. And then we're going to have Zapdos, which for me is a good to have move, very cool sweeper. In a lot of metas, and this is going to be basically it for the tier list. Hopefully, yeah, I can put it even a little bit bigger for you. This is going to be my tier list for the Elite Fast TMs. If you enjoy this type of videos and you want to see more of them, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.